Hi folks, welcome to another episode in this Workers and Resources Soviet Republic video series. In the previous episode, we established the bare beginnings of our first city. In this episode, we'll continue making improvements to that city. And most importantly, we are going to start exporting coal. And that's going to make us some money, or in this case, rubles. Let's get started. Smash that subscribe button below right now and click on the bell so you don't miss out on more great content. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Or just give it a thumbs up for yourself so that you'll always be able to come back and watch it again if you need to. So before we start exporting coal, I need to do some housekeeping or cleanup activities from the last video. The first thing I want to do is buy a fire truck for our fire station. So we click on the fire station and we go to P as in buy new vehicle or mechanism and left click on that. And up pops our fire trucks. So we have a number of fire trucks to choose from, and if I put my cursor over top of them, you'll see their maximum speed, empty weight, engine power, and other features. I'm going to go down to this one here, the SKD 706 RTHP. I don't know what that stands for. That looks like a fairly decent truck. It has a maximum speed of 82 kilometers per hour. And in terms of features, it has a speed, a level of 10, which I think is pretty high compared to the others. And it looks that way. Let's left click on that. And we've bought ourselves a fire truck. Close that up. So now it needs firefighters, but as you can see, now they've bought a truck, people are walking into, or workers are walking into the fire station, and now the fire station should be fully operational. The next thing I want to do is provide road access to all my electrical facilities. And the reason to do that is to make sure that we can provide fire truck access. So I'm going to click on infrastructure and go to roads. I won't always do asphalt roads. In this case, I will. You can see those little road connections there. And if I go over here, I already have a road, so I'm just going to extend it. It end up being part of my road system anyway. However, what I will do is I will use a gravel road to connect. That might save me just a little bit of money. And I'm just going to go around to all my electrical facilities and make those connections. I won't bore you with all the details, but you get the idea. I'm going to basically create roads either by building an asphalt road or by building and connecting with a gravel road to all my electrical facilities. I'm going to do that. When I'm done, we'll come back. So now I have road access to all my electrical facilities, either by asphalt road or by gravel. The next step is to start setting up our infrastructure to export this coal. So the first step is to build a rail depot. So we go to infrastructure, railways, and go down to a train depot. Sorry, it's a train depot, not a rail depot. And if I were to build that there, it looks like it already has road access and has power. So let's just left click it and plop it right there. The next step is to connect the train depot to the large train aggregate loading facility with some tracks. To do that, I'm going to go to infrastructure, railways, and I'm going to select electrified railway. So I select electrified railway, and I'm just going to make a connection just like that. Then out the other side, the train's going to head out that way. Now to get you orientated, there's my train depot down there. There's the large train aggregate loading facility. And there is the connection to an external Soviet bloc country. That's where we're headed. But first off, I got to buy a train. So to buy a train, we left click on the train depot. And up pops the train depot panel, of course. And we want to purchase a new vehicle using rubles. So we left click on that, and up pops our options for purchasing a train. Now I want an electrical train. I want one that's pretty powerful because I'm going to be hauling coal, which I assume is pretty heavy. So I want the CHS4 52E. Has a maximum speed of 160 kilometers per hour by the looks of it, and the engine power looks to be about 5100 kilowatts if I'm reading that correctly. So I left click on that, and now I have my locomotive in place. Next thing to do is to buy some wagons. So we go to cargo wagons, left click on that, and if I go to hopper car, the hopper car carries a number of types of materials or things. So as you can see, it carries gravel, coal ore, or coal. So it carries both the raw coal ore or processed coal. In this case, we're going to be carrying processed coal. So I'm going to buy 10 of those, or maybe just 8. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's make it 10. Before I can set up the route for this train, I have to put some infrastructure in place. I'm just going to close that up for now. And we need to build some more electrified railway. The next step is to build some electrified railway to our foreign Soviet country connection. And if you recall from the previous video, that connection is right here at Svidava. And I know I'm not saying that correctly, but I'm trying. So if you remember from the previous video, there were mountains and hills around this external country connection. So what I'm going to do is go down to this other connection and perhaps start building some rail from that end to avoid those mountains. After that, I can come back to the city and then complete the connection. So let's go down to the external connection by just left-clicking on the mini-map. And there we are. So we have 3 railway connections to choose from. I'm going to choose the closest one. And I've got some mountains here to get through. And we're kind of going in that direction, I believe. I kind of come back this way. It won't let me go back any farther. Got to get through these mountains somehow. So let's go to infrastructure, railways, and electrified rail. Gonna head off in this direction. Trying to make it through these mountains. And then we'll keep on going, perhaps something like that. Okay, I think I'm through the worst of the mountainous area. Let's go back to our city, which is there. And we'll start making the electrical railway connection from here. I'll turn myself around, and I'm headed to that direction. And let's find the end of that railway. And it's right about there. Well, basically, we're going to keep on building railway. We get all the way down to Svidava. Now that I have electrified railway track going all the way to our external country connection, next thing we're going to do is we're going to assign that locomotive and wagons, or that train, to a route. We do that by going back to the train depot, and there's my train, and I double left click with the left mouse button on the train. And then we hit the little plus sign, and the first stop is the train aggregate loading. The second stop is way down here at the external foreign country connection. So you can see the rail connection is in place. I'll just move that out of the way and maybe get rid of the mini map. Go back to this panel and just hit the plus sign to be sure, and left click on that. Then I can hit start and hit the little I to view this vehicle. So I left click on that, and it takes me right back to the train we just established. Now our train is loading up on processed coal. How do we know that? Well, if we left click on the train itself, you can see it's loading up, and it's loading up fairly quickly, so it shouldn't take too long before this train is on its way. That train has a maximum of 600 tons of coal, so he's all loaded up now, and he's on his way to export coal to that foreign Soviet country. Let's just close that up, and away he goes. Now I've only got one train and I've only got one track, so I don't need to use semaphores in this case. So basically I've kept it very simple in terms, right now anyway, for this foreign train connection, or this train connection to an external foreign country. And here we are delivering the coal to the customs at this external connection. And look at those rubles running. We're making money, or making rubles like mad. Now it looks like I have an electricity problem down here. We can check that out later. Right now we're transporting coal or exporting coal, and we're making money doing it. When that train empties, he'll return back to his original location. And now he's on his way back to the city to pick up some more coal. Now back at our city, we have a problem. If I click on the coal power plant, there are no workers, so we need to resolve that. I'm going to build another residence or another set of flats that hopefully will provide workers to this location. But what I'm wondering is if I can squeeze another apartment building right in here. Let's go to construction, click on residential buildings, and go to flats prefab. And can I fit him in there? I can, but I gotta go around the other way. I want to see how he connects to that road. There we go, he'll connect, maybe put him right in the middle. There we go, we've got another residential building. Close that up. Now let's go back to our coal power plant and see how it's doing. Well, at our coal power plant, it still has no workers. So in the meantime, I just want to go back to that apartment building and check something. And it looks like I could make just one more connection. So I'm going to go to infrastructure, roads, asphalt roads, and just connect that guy up there. Or maybe like that. There, it's fully connected now. I might not have needed to do that, but I just felt that I wanted to. And again, let's go back to our coal power plant and let's just check on how it's doing. So if I left click on the coal power plant, I can see that it's operating without issues now. Well folks, I hope you enjoyed today's video. In conclusion, we purchased a fire truck so that our fire station is now in operation. Then we made road connections to our electrical or power facilities so that the fire trucks can access them in the event of a fire. And I guess the other added benefit is that maintenance trucks can access them if they ever need to, and I'm not sure if that's a need in this game or not, to be quite frank. And most importantly, we started raking in the rubles by exporting coal. So where do we go from here? Well, the answer to that question lies in the next video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. If you haven't done so already, smash that subscribe button below right now and click on the bell so you don't miss out on more great content. Click on that box in the bottom left-hand corner right now to see a video you're almost guaranteed to love. This video was selected just for you by YouTube, and they know what you like. So what are you waiting for? Click on that box now, sit back, relax, and enjoy another video.